Okay, so some exciting news, or, well, if you're into Nova anyway. So, let's see. When did Kevin Feige? So earlier this year, Kevin Feige mentioned that there's going to be a Nova TV show coming, which I'm sure a lot of people are excited about because they've been wanting Nova for a long, long time. The Russos even trolled everyone during Endgame's big fight scene where they were claiming that Nova was actually in the scene, if you look closely. So, whether intentional or not, they trolled. Um, so now, Comic Book spoke to Brad Winterbaum, the head of streaming, television, and animation at Marvel Studios. Now, this was supposed to be for Agatha all along, but then they brought up the topic of Nova because, I mean, if you're going to have him there, you might as well talk about all the TV projects that are coming up, right? So, we know that it's in development. Um, let's see. As for now, when Kevin Feige first announced, he was saying that it was going to star Richard Rider. So now the question to Brad Winderbaum is it going to be about Richard Rider or the Sam Alexander um, version of Nova? And this is what he said. So, where are we now? All right. I thought that they showed the tease, but okay. If the tease from Brad Winderbaum is true, we could be looking at both Richard Rider and Sam Alexander having a presence in Nova. So maybe they started with Richard Rider and end with Sam Alexander because I'm not familiar with Nova, but my understanding is Richard Rider was the Nova and then he gave his powers to Sam Alexander. I think, if I remember correctly. Anyway, when asked how Marvel Studios is looking to approach cosmic themes on Disney Plus, Winterbaum replied, I mean, I've been really inspired by what Star Trek has been doing over the last few years. I think their shows are incredible. That's why we hired Terry Matalas to do Vision Quest with us. For those who don't know, he was the one who did Picard season 3, which everyone is raving about because it was basically a continuation of Next Generation. But the Nova that's being developed right now, it's an amazing ensemble piece. I shouldn't say too much. Which, of course, because Marvel Snipers is a thing, he added, but it's a great cast of characters that are in. It's got shades of Trek, it's got shades of Battlestar, but it also feels like if you know those comics, you know how heated, let's say, that Richard Rider kind of world can get, and it certainly embraces all of that. Let's see. So, we don't have a time frame of when the show is going to air. We don't even know how long the shoot is gonna last. So that is all I have for this update. Like I said, not familiar with the comics because again, I only read a few comics and that was up until the early 80s. So I don't think Nova even existed in my world. Not that Nova didn't exist, but I don't think I even knew what Nova was at the time. So, that's really all I have for this update. I really have nothing else to add because not familiar with the character, but definitely excited to see what comes up. I'm just kind of confused because I was under the impression that they are moving from introducing characters on Disney Plus to introducing characters on the big screen and then moving them to Disney Plus. But Nova is a new character and it's being introduced on Disney Plus. So that is my only confusion. I'm not going to complain about it though, because I'm looking forward to seeing that series. No matter what it ends up being about, since we know nothing. Just that it could involve both Richard Rider and Sam Alexander, but we have no idea at this point. We're just guessing. So, so yeah, with that, I will see you guys in the next video.